Well, it's surprisingly here, my 12-month review of my Model 3, and this is really good if you have a Tesla on order, or even if you currently own a Tesla and you're wondering if we share the same thoughts on owning the car, or you're thinking about placing an order. Let's get into my 12-month Model 3 Tesla review. Welcome to the only top 5 Tesla channel on YouTube, where we typically break down the top 5 points that you want to know, but in today's video, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to break down the 5+ items that I've learned from owning my Model 3. And let's get into point number 1. There really is no loss of joy or regret from having this car. Let me tell you what I mean. So you know that feeling when you buy a car and you drive it off the lot and you're super excited and you drive it for a few days and a few weeks, and then you start noticing other similar cars or maybe the exact same car on the road, and you walk up to your car and you basically get used to it because it's a new car, but it does the same thing as every other car you've had. Well, a Tesla for me has been completely the opposite. Every single day, I find reasons to get into my Tesla and drive. So a simple errand to driving for hours at a time, the joy that you get from purchasing this vehicle, it happens every single day. I have no regrets from buying this car. So here's a big one that I don't think anybody talks about. We talk about the features and the latest updates for Teslas, which, by the way, if you do want the latest updates, make sure to subscribe and check out the links in the description if you're purchasing a Tesla for the very best accessories. But point number 2 has everything to do with this. Car buying and car owning is completely different. It has changed. So there are no salespeople, there are no dealerships. Remember all those fun times haggling with salespeople over price? Well, nobody misses that. And Tesla ownership is completely different. So what I've learned over 12 months is I really enjoyed the car buying process. I tell everybody the worst part about owning a Tesla is waiting. There's no getting around that. You have to wait for the production to catch up and make your car. But investing that upfront, yes, higher cost, to save money on gas, to save money on maintenance. I've spent nearly $0 on maintenance over the past 12 months. Something to think about. Rethink what you think about with car buying and car ownership. And we can't talk about a Tesla without talking about point number 3, and that is over the past 12 months, I have time and time again been blown away with the performance that you get out of your car. So I wrote down a few things that I want you to know about the performance and the features of the car that I love, especially after 12 months. One is the temperature control. I use it all the time to cool the car and warm and defrost the car in the winter, and then of course cool it down in the summer. But also this, I use the live streaming all the time. Did you know you can live stream your cameras and view them on your phone with premium connectivity? It's really good if you're worried about security. Also, the rear view cameras, when you're driving, I have those on. Great for blind spot monitoring. And finally, a really cool feature that may honestly save your life or maybe save some damage to your car, if anything, and that is the automatic braking. If you're coming up to a car too close, because hey, we're all human, people get distracted sometimes, or cars in front of you stop suddenly. I've had my Tesla now brake for me twice because of a sudden deceleration from the car in front of me. So it'll save you that trip to the auto body shop or the Tesla service center. Those are 3 features I love about the performance and the features and benefits of my Tesla. So check this one out, point number 4, everything to do with resale value. We actually had an article on Tesla Ratty, and I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that correct, but Frunk to Trunk was on that website because the resale value. I researched 7 different companies, and the resale value of my Tesla at the very highest offer was $18,000 more than what I owe currently on my Model 3. So after 12 months, if you're owning a Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, now there's no guarantee you're gonna make any money or things like that. The whole point is I want you to know the resale value of Teslas and a lot of used cars is huge right now when we're filming this in 2022. Now, I expect that to continue, because the demand is so high, but just understand the demand and resale for these Teslas are huge. Point number 5, something that people don't talk about, I don't see this often in channels, is your experience with Tesla is not over after you buy your car. So think about a traditional car, you drive it off the lot, and like we said in point number 1, you kind of get used to it after a while. There's no real updates to the car. Well, because of over-the-air updates and the Tesla community, like you're watching right now, from the cyber rodeo to brand new cars, brand new batteries, new factories, there's so much news about Tesla that you're going to take advantage of and get to see. Being on the cutting edge of technology, your experience with Tesla doesn't end when you drive it off the lot, when you pick up from the service center or the distribution center of Tesla. That's something unique to the car. After 12 months, I've really enjoyed. Point number 6, if you want your Tesla to stand out from every other car on the road, because let's be honest, there are a variety of colors, but you are limited to some fit and finishes, white or black seats, just a few colors to choose from, and the rims. There are certain things you can change, but if you want to make your car unique, the accessories of Teslas are absolutely amazing. Again, I put my favorites in the links in the description, so check those out. From storage to protecting your car, there are so many customizations. If you love to really stand out or add performance features or get more storage, there's so many ways to take advantage of your brand new Tesla in those awesome accessories. So the accessories is something over the past 12 months I've loved to play around with. I've ordered some of Tesla's accessories and ordered some on Amazon. But let's move into point number 7, and that has everything to do with charging. So after 12 months of ownership, maybe you're thinking about this, maybe you're considering a Tesla. Everybody talks about charging. Are the miles enough? What about road trips as a daily driver? Is it good enough? Well, I can tell you I've driven over 17,000 miles now. Over the past 12 months, I've driven hours at a time. I've had many stops during my day. I've gone days without charging it. Here are my results. So just from a money standpoint, currently because of gas prices, I'm saving over $250 a month on gas. I can tell you it's so convenient. I just plug in at my house, wake up to a full charge, and the charging stations, superchargers, level 2 chargers, they're literally popping up everywhere. I think I saw something where there's 350,000 stalls for superchargers, so there's individual stalls now worldwide. So check those out. If you have any concerns about charging, look up the chargers near you or the public chargers. I'm telling you, it is so reliable. You cannot go wrong. The range anxiety, while on certain road trips, might cause you to stop more often, but overall it is so reliable for almost every single daily driver. Point number 8, and things I learned over the past 12 months of owning my Model 3. This one is a hot topic, literally. Fires and rumors about Teslas, about batteries spontaneously catching on fire, autopilot being unreliable. Well, I can tell you as someone who's actually experienced the car and not some author who's just heard of things happening and decided to report on it, per Tesla's safety report, a Tesla is far beyond safer as far as accidents per miles driven. Don't believe everything you read in the news, because those fires and those incidences happens to every single car. It's not unique to Teslas. The thing is, they happen less frequently with Teslas, and that's something that is not reported about. There was even a study from the National Highway Safety and Transportation Association claiming that the autopilot was most often the cause for accidents, when in reality, when you look at Tesla's autopilot versus other self-driving or lane assist platforms, a Tesla is far beyond safer when you look at the miles driven. So point number 8 has everything to do with debunking a lot of this news, which is really surface level headlines. A Tesla and the autopilot and the self-driving, all those features, the battery reliability, it is a more than reliable car. And I'm telling you this from experience. Point number 9, we're going to go over the truth about regrets, because even Teslas are not 100% perfect, but this one is more my fault. So I want to mention this to you. My recommendation is 1, take a test drive. So after 12 months, you don't want to have the single regret that I have, and that is not protecting my Tesla. Now, I have heard that things like paint quality, panel gaps, things like that you might have heard in the past have been fixed, but it's a good idea to get something called PPF or ceramic coating. Now, this is an extra cost. Tesla does not do this. Basically, it's a layer of protection on your paint. You can get parts of your car covered in this paint protection or ceramic, but I would at least recommend protecting the outside if you can, or the inside for sure with floor mats. Again, those are linked in the description. Protecting your Tesla is something I really didn't think too much about, but I already have some scratches and dings. So something I want to warn you about. At least it's a good idea to look into those, something I learned over the past 12 months. And point number 10, I'm going to talk about the future of my Model 3 and my plans for that car and this channel. Would I do it again? Am I going to buy maybe another Tesla? Well, the answer is this. I honestly love my Model 3. I love the style of it and everything about the car. The future of this car, though, it's a little bit up in the air because of that resale value I was talking about. I am thinking about trading it in for a larger vehicle because in my case, we do have a family, and I have found that loading my little kiddo in the car might be a little easier, and putting a stroller in the trunk a little easier with a Model Y, so stick around for that. But as always, I'm going to give you the latest updates on things like the EV tax credit, on price changes, on updates with batteries, new vehicles, like the standard range, the Cybertruck. There's so much news to cover. I want to make sure you subscribe and stick around for that. My recommendation after 12 months is, would I do it again? 110%. I'm never going back to a gas vehicle, and the way that you're going to be certain about that is to take a test drive. I say it all the time. I didn't do that whenever I bought my Tesla. That's a good way, especially if you are considering a 3 versus a Y or whatever it happens to be. You can take a look at what the colors look like in person and such. Take a test drive and check it out for yourself. Well, 12 months and 12 more months to come. I want to thank each and every one of you, to the 4,400 plus folks who have subscribed, the 700 plus thousand people who have viewed the channel over the past 12 months. Let me know what you think of the channel in the past 12 months in the comment section below. And you can also include what Tesla you are thinking about or have ordered. Again, as always, the only way I know you like this content is, of course, to drop a like. Again, this is Matt from Front to Trunk. Can't wait to see you in the next video.